Hello, and welcome to another of Andre's Artist Profiles. Now, there's going to be quite a few of these today, but I decided to do this one on not whim. This is Donovan, and Donovan is actually one of my favorite artists that I developed an interest in before I was a teenager. I think it has to do with the fact that he mixes folk, jazz, and soul with his passion for the transcendent in his lyrics, and I really like that quality about him. Now, just before we go into this a little bit, I only have four of his albums right here, and not even all his classics because a lot of Donovan's catalog is not only really unpopular commercially, but really, really obscure and has only been reissued for a very short time on CD. And when you find them, they're expensive, and I don't have enough room in my vinyl collection to store all the Donovan I'd possibly want. So this is what I've got so far. I probably will end up with more, but this is the Donovan CD collection I have for now. Okay, so the first album we're going to talk about is actually, like Dylan, he had two folk albums earlier in his career. One was called Catch the Wind, and the other was called Where Have I Known? I forget the name of it. But this is his first kind of electric hybrid album called Sunshine Superman. And I think on this album he was trying to shake some of the um, Scottish Dylan kind of reputation he was getting. The title song is absolutely wonderful, one of my favorites. So is Season of the Witch. It takes the blues and psychedelia into wonderful places. And The Trip is also another great song on here. I believe a B-side to one of his songs. This album is, I believe, from 1966. And it's actually, I think, one of Donovan's finest in a lot of ways. Okay, there's going to be a couple skips here that gaps, but the next one I have is from 1968, Hurdy-Gurdy Man. This is a good album, but Hurdy-Gurdy Man found Donovan with a little more rock guitar in his sound. But also one of his classics is on here called Jennifer Juniper, which is very much in the lexicon of his classic sound. Really a great album. It's got very much everything you'd expect to hear from Donovan and everything most people who are admirers of his music like from him. Barabajaggle. Now, this album takes even more of a detour into the rock because the Jeff Beck group collaborate on it. But it's a very jazzy kind of rock, which I really, really like. And Barabajaggle is a really wonderful song on here. So is Atlantis. This is really an excellent full-on album. There's a record that my father has that he recorded after this that officially ended his commercial period called Open Road, released in 1970. I don't have that album, Open Road, and there's some more after that. But the next one I get is actually part of the obscurity period of Donovan, and that's this album, Donovan, from 1977. I've always wanted this album. I think it had like a minor hit somewhere called Local Boy Chops Wood. But this is really a very, very, very good album, actually. It's a little jazz, little soul. Actually, there's a little bit of like early new wave on this album from 1977. I'll even open it up and so you can see the picture of the band inside. There's the CD. These albums right here, these are some of the Donovan albums that are rare, that I'd like to have, except Sunshine Superman, that are available on BGO Records, but probably be pretty hard getting them. So anyway, that's my Donovan collection. I know it's really incomplete for an artist that I actually love, but anyway. Donovan is going to be turning 67 today. Quite young. He was one of the few baby boomer musicians of that time, like Stevie Wonder or Steve Winwood, who are actually recording in the 60s. And I think that also makes him very distinctive. So anyway, Donovan and your family, happy birthday to you. And I'll see you next time.